How's it going? I'm checking to see how my interface is working. So I'm sitting somewhere, even though I'm out in the woods, as it were, and I'm up near the dog park where I was. They're like I get 5G ultra wideband occasionally pops up, and so the other day, that's why I was down at the tree and I did a little work. I was just like kind of lightly just talking and stuff. And then I started doing some easy, gentle movements. And that turned into about a 20-minute light, very low impact workout, which is wonderful and a great talk and everything. I did 25 minutes total live. I was shooting at 4K, 240 or 20. I can't. 4K 24 frames, I think, is what I was shooting at. Anyway, go on, B. It seemed like it was handling it. It seemed like the live was working good. It seemed like that the live video was good quality, and it seemed like the audio was good quality. However, the upload, because I didn't remain in the area, you know, so I guess I had like little tiny breaks of connection, where I was like at ultra wideband 5G, and then I ended up back down at like, one tiny sliver of LTE, and then sometimes even losing connection. And I've also been working on trying to upload a video for over a day now, since yesterday. It's been constantly in the queue on the app trying to upload, and I shot it at 4K. I can't remember if it was 24 or if I shot it at like a higher 120 or something, but HDR, like all that embedded in it. And it is taking forever to upload, even when I'm on the 5G. So I don't think it's as much me as it is that, I don't have the pro account anymore. I don't pay YouTube anymore. I used to have the, Premiere or whatever it was. I used to pay that monthly fee for myself. And I don't do that anymore. And so I'm wondering if that's a part of the issue, because when you don't have like that Premiere and you're a creator, YouTube does throttle your uploads and how often and like all this different stuff can happen. Hi, how's it going? So anyway, I was just like kind of testing my camera. I'm using the front camera. I show I've got a good 5G signal. I set it to shoot at only 1080p now, 1080p 120 frames per second, and spatial audio. And so I'm just doing a 5-minute live. This is kind of like a test to see how's the video look out there? How's it sound out there? And then compare that also to when I then after click yes, upload, you know, right? I want to upload and save the live to share so other people can watch it. And then yesterday I had an issue where YouTube ended up cutting off like over 10 minutes of the end of a high res, a 4K live that I shot. And I think that's because I temporarily lost cell signal here and there from going, to one area that had 5G and then back down into the campground that only has like one LTE or then goes lost completely. So I'm switching back to just kind of basically letting it be 1080p and being good with that, unless I know I have a really strong Wi-Fi signal or I don't shoot live and I set it to my 4K and I do some cool filming and then I put together something and then I save that and upload it when I do have a robust signal that can handle it. The speeds are pretty amazing on the download, but I'm noticing that my upload speed is so like I might have say 4 gigabyte per second or whatever download, like good enough to like stream and watch something even on one little sliver of LTE. It works. But then I do my speed test and I check and the upload is like 0.1. So It's the upload that's killing me. I'm getting information and download fine. It might be slower and everything. Even when I have one sliver of just LTE, it's working good. However, the uploads are just not happening at all, and I'm missing chunks of video, or the high res that I did shoot, it's not uploading in that high res. It's coming across, all, pixelated and all that kind of stuff. So I'm learning it. It's a new phone, new camera, better Wi-Fi, better interface, but I'm also learning you know, kind of the boundaries of the technology, as it were, for me to deliver that high quality, high res, 4K adventure stuff. Because I love doing that live. I love taking you with me to the river, to the ocean, the mountain. Look, there's Hannah back there, just hanging out. We were out here playing with these dogs and stuff. Out here having a good time. So anyway, I'm gonna get going now. Hi, Alexia. Hi. And I just wanted to say thanks again for being here. Please like, subscribe, check out. I do all kinds of stuff. I have a million playlists. I have I'm getting close to 5,000 videos in just this last 2 years of my crazy wild travels and my crazy wild PTSD life. I do art, I do makeup, I do musical pieces, I do live improv, I do singing, I do all kinds of stuff. Maybe it's your thing, maybe it isn't. I'm also turning 57 at the end of the month. I'm getting so old. Anyway, thanks again for being here. I'm going to get cruising, and I'm going to see how long this one takes to upload on this 5G at this 1080. And hopefully it goes through and it doesn't cut it up or make it all pixelated or funky. I got to test it out and see how it goes. I hope you have some good water or coffee or some other drink that is acceptable for you. And I hope you have food and some sort of shelter, and that I hope you have friends. I hope that you are your own friend as best as possible, and that you do self-care and self-love, and that you're kind to yourself, that you're kind to others, and that we also establish safe boundaries between ourselves and others and communicate them when needed. Sometimes just saying no thank you, is the best thing we can do for ourselves and another person. Sometimes yes and thank you is the best thing too. Follow your heart, follow your gut, stay safe, okay? Peace. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for being here and helping me check this out, all right? We'll catch you next time. Take care of yourselves.